You're listening to the 5-Minute Friday podcast episode of The Aligned Self. This is your host, Daniel J-N-O-V. Okay, 5-Minute Friday, a short and concise podcast episode of The Aligned Self, designed to leave you with a question, an idea, a strategy, a tip, a hack, in order to give you greater access to your conscious awareness, evolving your conscious awareness, or give you greater mastery over your mind. Welcome, friend. I am so thankful that you're visiting with me today. And I do understand that you could be anywhere else on the planet doing anything else on the planet, and you're investing your time here with me. And I don't take that lightly. The 5-Minute Fridays are dedicated to providing you access to a distinction, an idea. And we're going to talk today about inquiry. And the way we're going to talk about it, it is a subtle yet powerful distinction. You see, many people, when trying to answer a question or solve a problem, they have this real compulsion to get to an answer. And being in an inquiry is an attitude of investigation. It's entertaining a lot of different ideas. For me personally, at present time, I'm in the inquiry about shadow work. You see, I've been working with the other than conscious mind and have developed a relationship with my other than conscious mind since I was a teen. And definitively, the term shadow work doesn't really resonate with me. I don't see shadows in the unconscious. I don't see aspects that I'm really not pleased with or that I'm attempting to hide. But while I may have a different approach to it, I'm not going to let my current understanding get in the way of a good inquiry. And what I mean by that is that I'm setting aside any presumptions that I have, any ideas that I have, what I think it means, any preconceptions. You see, everyone knows what they know, and they don't know what they don't know. So I'm in the investigation of it. I'm looking at Jung, who coined the term, Carl Jung, and I'm looking at different different coaches who work with clients specifically around uncovering the shadow self. Now, and you can hear I have a bias in the shadow self, in the tone of my voice. I'm not completely sold, and I'm still looking, though. I'm reserving any judgment. I'm putting it off to the side, and I'm just taking in information. I'm getting different perspectives, different ideas about what does it mean, how does it apply, because I'm open to the idea that maybe there's something that I've been overlooking. Maybe there's something that is off my radar, or perhaps I just call it something different. I just have a different perspective on it. Not that it's better, not that it's worse, it's just different. So in this inquiry, I'm just investigating. I'm mulling around the idea. I'm ruminating over it, thinking about it from different perspectives in different ways. I'm talking to different people. I'm just gathering information. And, there's no rush for me to find an answer on this. So this inquiry is a gentle discovery phase. Now, in the previous podcast, I talked about how people, when they first start dating, they'll put up their mask. They'll put their best foot forward. They'll hide aspects of their, I guess you could say, their shadow self, the parts of themselves that they are less proud of, so they don't want to lead with them. And typically, I consider those aspects that, the things that people want to hide, in fear that if they reveal them, potential suitors, potential friends, potential loved ones, potential customers would run away. And so they tend to put up a false face. So how inquiry works in the realm of dating is really approaching it as if you're in a query. You're in an inquiry. Are we a good fit? With no rush to judgment, no rush to fit somebody in. If on their list of attributes they knock off 9 of your 10 things you're looking for, you still don't rush in to name them the one. You're in an inquiry. And what this avoids is what a lot of people do is they may find a connection right away and they become enamored with another person. And they make these huge decisions, these huge life decisions, like, let's move in together. Like, I don't want to be without you. And, like within a month or so, like, we're just so clicking, we're clicking right along. Yet you may not have seen all the different aspects of that person. And what invariably happens is when people rush into a commitment, 3 months later, they're wondering, why did I ever do this? And then they're in the practice of making it work. So in the context of dating, I'm suggesting that people approach it with an idea of inquiry. Like, I'm just checking it out. I'm kicking the tires. I'm driving it around the block. And I'm reserving judgment on whether this is a good fit or a bad fit. I just don't have enough information yet. And I would do that for the first 3 months. And you could say, you know what? Everything looks great. I love this. But let's just keep it, on the down low. Let's not rush to judgment yet. Let's just see how it goes. So the beauty of the inquiry is that you're not force-fitting anything into a preconceived idea of how it should be. You're really just exploring all the different parameters, all the different perspectives, all the different ideas. And there's no rush to judgment. There's no rush to declare a winner. We're just checking it out. We're in a query. We're in a process of questioning. And at the root of question is quest. It's a journey. So I invite you to take a look at your life where you might have some questions, and you might be well served by just being in the inquiry about it, just being in the questioning about what's possible, what's available, with no rush to make a decision, no rush to make a judgment. The underlying attitude about this is one of play and discovery. So I hope you found value in this. And by all means, if this is your first time at the Aligned Self podcast, I invite you to listen to the other episodes. And by all means, feel free to subscribe. Those of you that have subscribed and left a review, thank you. I very much appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the kind words. And it's impactful for me to know how these topics impact your life. And the feedback is encouraging for me to stand a little taller and be even more motivated to get up in the morning and deliver another podcast or other content or training that would be impactful for you in your life. So thank you for your listening. This is Daniel Desnovis suggesting you follow your bliss and live according to inner signals as you live the epic life.